Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? TGIF, it is Friday. So, a lot to go over, I want to talk about first, starting off with the UK election. So, basically, there were three scenarios going into this election. The first scenario was that the Conservatives win big and they retain their majority in the parliament. That didn't happen. The second scenario was they didn't do so hot, but they still maintained a very narrow majority in the parliament. That did not happen. And the third scenario was supposedly the doomsday scenario, which did happen, which was the Conservatives lost their majority in parliament. And that is exactly what happened. Now, the narrative going into the election was that outcome, losing the majority, would be highly, highly disruptive. Maybe not like a Brexit event last year where I told you to buy that when it was down 600 points, but nonetheless it was disruptive because it would throw into question the UK leaving Europe, which now was kind of viewed as being a positive thing. They wanted, a resolution of this quick, whatever. So going in, the narrative of the actual outcome that we saw, the loss of the majority and maybe the inability of May to form a government, maybe she would have to step down, that was viewed as a terrible outcome, yet that's what we got. And of course, stock investors construe that as bullish, as they have done with everything. So this is a highly, I'm going to stick with this. This is my view. And by the way, and many of you may be going to be happy to hear this, all my detractors. In the last month, I have had more cancellations of my report than ever before, okay? Way more cancellations of my report. And personally, I view this as a form of capitulation. All right, those are people moving on because you fall into hard times or whatever. It's not pleasing you, it's not making you happy, so you take your toys and you go, which I've covered this in a prior video, and that's fine. That is fine. This is the process. We want to weed out. I told you that I want to build a culture here, a culture of a certain kind of people. So it gets tough when the going gets tough, the tough get going, people get out. Now, have to mention the fact that many of the stock positions that we have in MMT Trader, they are highly profitable. All right, American Airlines up 68%, Delta up 30%. We just took profits on two more today, continuing this tradition that we have of every single closed out trade being a profit. We're long euro against the dollar from 106. We have a 600 pip profit in that. We're short dollar yen from roughly an average of around 113, 114. Two lots there, so that's a 400 pip profit in there. So I mean, we have a hedge on in stocks with SPY, which is up 10%. We're in at 225. It's at 244. So yes, my view has been cautious, if not somewhat bearish, based on many factors that I have spoken about before. The promises of the new administration, which not only have not happened, but the intentions of very big spending cuts. We see the slowdown in the fiscal flows, which I want to mention right now. It is very, very evident right now that the unemployment and withholding tax deposits that flow to the Treasury every day, that has slowed down precipitously. It is very, very obvious now. Very obvious now. And all of you know that I called on the button the last jobs report of 138K. I said it was going to be just below 140. It was 138. Nobody had that call. So I am sticking with my caution on the market. just to let you know, I've been in this game for a very, very long time, all right? Longer than all of you, pretty much. I've been in this for 40 years. I have seen periods in the past of investor irrational exuberance, whatever you want to call it, when every single thing is construed bullish. And by the way, I saw it the other way too. Let me just tell you, I was buying in the 2008-2009 stock market crash. And I maybe started buying, who knows, the Dow was maybe at 8,000. It went to freaking 6,000. Look at it now. It's at 22,000. So, you know what? I've been there. I've done that. I've built up resilience to all these things. People get in a period where, you know, a month or 2 months and they're not happy. It's not doing what they wanted to do after a month or 2 months, so they pick up their toys and they leave. Again, let me say that is fine. That is what I want. I look for that. I actually want that to happen. I want that to happen because I am building a culture here. I want tough people. And you know, the ones who go on, the fair weather, who are seeking now a new system, quote unquote. It's for them, it's always the system. It's always about the system. They will never understand it's about you. It's about your mental toughness. It's about your mental game. It's about your resiliency. It's about your ability to face adversity and rise above it and stay rock solid through the whole thing. Remember Marcus Aurelius' quote, "Be like the rocky promontory against the raging sea." Okay? That's what I'm looking for here. So, capitulation, my friends. Largest number of cancellations ever that I have ever had in the last month in my report. And I'm laughing about it. I am laughing about it. And I love it. I love it. It is fantastic. I'm laughing about it. Anyway, folks, that is the update so far. We're still looking at oil. We're still short, getting a little bit, getting an itchy trigger finger here to maybe look at a rebound, mainly from a geopolitical perspective. I have to throw this in here right now. The situation between Qatar and Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, the whole Gulf Cooperation Council, that is dicey, okay, to say the least. But more importantly, what has sort of exploded to the forefront here was the attack, the terrorist attack in Iran, with Iran now accusing the Saudis, which I can totally believe. The Saudis may end up being the USA's proxy fighters against Iran. That is a very, very dangerous situation. A very dangerous situation. Have to keep your eyes on that for sure. I'm going to make a video in a little while about gold. You definitely don't want to miss it. For those of you who want to try the MMT Trader, you can go to my website, pitbulleconomics.com, and click on the tab that says products, and right there it says get the 30-day free trial. All right. So that's it for this video. See everybody later. Bye-bye.